So in this video, we're going to talk about the blatant disrespect that some people on the internet have for RJ Barrett, our beloved Knick, and they rank him as the 100th best player in the NBA. Make that make sense? Well, we're going to talk about it in this video. Well, first off, welcome to the channel. I am the Objective Fan, straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. Yes, you know the vibes. And today, about this crazy ranking RJ Barrett as the 100th best player in the league. How is that even possible, right? And first of all, I want to give a shout out to the Basketball Universe. They're the one that created this poll. Definitely go check them out. And if this is your first time watching the video, why don't you hit that subscribe button? Because I talk about this great Knicks stuff all the time. Different topics. We have great conversation. I also try to drop a poll a day as well. So subscribe so you get all the notifications and we can talk more about this Knicks stuff. So look, he has a poll that or a list rather, that they created over there at the Basketball Universe. I don't know what 1 through 60 is because this was posted on the IG. I want to go through the last 40 because this is all I could find really was 61 through 100. So we're going to go through these names and see if these players should be ranked ahead of RJ. Now, like I said, there may be players in the top 60 that should fall back too, but for now, just to keep it fair, we're going to actually go through this list. First off, I want to talk about Robert Williams. Robert Williams, 61. Would you say he's a better player than RJ Barrett? Is he more valuable to his franchise? So what we know right now is that RJ Barrett is the third option. He's a 20-point a game scorer. He is somebody who has plays ran for him and things of that nature, and he has a certain value to the franchise. Now, Robert Williams, I don't know if I would put him ahead of RJ, so I'm gonna pluck him. So that's one I'm gonna put behind RJ. Though I do think Robert Williams definitely belongs in the top 100. He's a great rebounder. Is it at that? Nick Claxton, to me, he had one good season last year. He hasn't done enough, in my opinion, to be ranked higher than RJ. Does he belong to be in the top 100? I would say that. Just follow me. I'm gonna pluck him and push him to the back behind RJ. Now, I'm not trying to rank the list. I just want to see who in the top 100 that are ranked ahead of RJ, if they are actually better than RJ. So before we continue the video, why don't you take the time to join our Facebook community? I created a group, and we're going to have a lot of great Discord there. It's called Objective Knicks Fans. I have a link in the description. You can just go to Facebook, type it in your search, put in the URL, check it out. We're building this group, and we just started, so you're going to be at the ground floor. We want to have great conversations daily, and I will be posting a lot of good content there as well. So once again, check out the Objective Knicks Fans on Facebook. So let's talk about it. Right, so we're going to continue plucking. Myles Turner, I'll give him the edge over RJ because I feel like I would like to actually give Myles Turner on the Knicks. That's a whole nother topic. But because I think that he's a really good player. But he's the one guy I'll keep ahead of RJ. Tyler Hero, I'm going to pluck him just for the sake of I hate the Heat. You know, this is Knick Nation. We don't rock with the Heat. And to be honest, Tyler Hero is a really good, talented young player, but he doesn't give you the durability that RJ has, right? I think Tyler Hero and RJ probably would be in the same neighborhood in terms of ranking, but I'm going to pluck him. I'm going to pluck him because I think RJ is probably the better, more complete player. I think Tyler Hero is a playmaker, point guard who can score, but I think that RJ still has greater upside, so I'm going to put RJ at him. Now, Paolo Banchero, first off, I'm a Duke Blue Devil fan. I know that may not rock with some of you Knicks fans. I don't care. But Paolo Banchero, I've been telling everybody about this kid. This kid is amazing, right? First off, I think he should be higher than 65, right? I think he should be definitely in the top 50. I'm not sure where. Maybe we'll do our own list. We'll play around with it. But I'll put Paolo Banchero in the top 50. So far we got 3 plucks, right? All right, so Josh Giddey, another good young player. I like Josh Giddey. I think he's talented. I think he has great upside. I think that he's somebody who will be probably an all-star level caliber player, but he's still young and fresh in his career. I'm going to pluck him. So that's 4 plucks. right? Let's keep it going. Devin Vassell, another young talented player. Somebody I think that has some upside, but I'm gonna pluck him. That's 5. So far we plucking 5. Tyrese Maxey had a really, really great year. He's definitely the third option on the Philadelphia 76ers. I'll keep Maxey, but I think Maxey's also pluckable. But I'm gonna keep Maxey there only because I feel like he probably had a slightly better season. But I mean, RJ's playoff run was incredible too. But for the sake of argument, let's keep Maxey there. Derrick White, I'm definitely plucking him. No offense to Derrick White, he's a good, talented player. But come on, man. First off, he starts sometimes, comes off the bench. He's kind of like a rotational guy. So that means that he's not an 82-game starter. If he's available, he's not starting 82 games. Maybe now that they traded Marcus Smart, maybe he'll have that role now. Either way, I'm plucking him. So that's so far we got, 6 plucks? Buddy Hield, hell no. Buddy Hield is one hell of a scorer. No, I'm going to take that back. Buddy Hield is one hell of a three-point shooter, right? Especially if he's hot. I'm not going to put up his stats. I don't know what he shot for the season, but I do know that he can get red hot from downtown. But to be honest, he's only a three-point shooter. He's not creating off the dribble. Probably works best with a guy like a Halliburton who can create shots and come off screens and shoot. But he's just a bona fide three-point shooter. That's really it. Definitely plucking him. So we got 7 plucks. So far, we went through from 61 to 70. We got 7 plucks, right? Because I'm going through this list because I want to show how disrespectful it is to RJ. Jaden McDaniels, young talented players. A lot of these guys on this list had really good years. Just because you had one good year, that shouldn't put you ahead in all the way up from your previous ranking. Unless you became an all-star, right? Won an all-NBA, something like that, MVP or something crazy like that. But outside of that, I think that a lot of these guys are young. They've done some things, but I do think that they need more time. So I would hold from putting guys like this. Now, Michael Porter Jr., we'll keep him. So we got 8 plucks. Deandre Ayton, I'm plucking him. I mean, come on. He had a terrible playoff season. DeAndre Ayton, I like him. I wouldn't trade him for Mitch. I'm keeping my man Mitch. I think Mitch, for me, for the money, I think is a better value at that 5 spot. DeAndre Ayton is a talented player. Definitely belongs in the top 100. But I don't got him over RJ. I mean, especially if he just disappeared in the playoffs. RJ put up great numbers in the playoffs and showed consistency. Ayton just folded. Fred VanVleet, we'll keep Fred VanVleet. I like Fred VanVleet. He's definitely a talented point guard. Just got paid, hit the bank. He might mess around, become an all-star, with injuries and things like that. He might mess around, because I see him putting up numbers in Houston. CJ McCollum, I'm plucking CJ McCollum. Sorry. CJ McCollum has seen better days. He's a really talented player. He's done some great things in his career. But I think RJ has more upside and is doing what he has to do. Scotty Barnes, another guy, I'm plucking him. I think Scotty Barnes sort of fell off after his Rookie of the Year award-winning season. So we got 10 plucks. Let's keep it going. Norman Powell, I'm plucking him. Norman Powell is talented. I think that he's I would give him two-way status a little bit. But he comes off the bench. He's in a supportive role. I can't put a guy like that over RJ. I'm sorry. 11 plucks. All right, let's keep moving. Cam Johnson, we'll keep Cam. I like Cam. I think Cam had a really good year, and he just got the bag. Even though he went to North Carolina, I'll keep Cam just for sake. Even though I would pluck him, but we're gonna keep him. Kyle Kuzma, we'll keep him. He also just got the bag. Even though I think RJ has probably greater upside than both those guys, but I'm gonna keep him. Kevin Looney, definitely a pluck. He's a great offensive rebounder. And he's a beast on the boards. And he showed up in the playoffs. But I'm sorry, man. I can't give a guy who sometimes starts at center, sometimes comes off the bench. I can't rank him over RJ. So 13 plucks thus far. Let's keep it moving. 81 through 90. I'm going through the list. I'm taking my time because people put together these lists, but how are we rating these players? I think a lot of it is just based off of 1 year. You know what I'm saying? You can't, in my opinion, you can't just come out of nowhere, especially younger players, out of nowhere with one good year and now be considered in the top. We got Bobby Portis. I'm going to plug Bobby Portis. I think that he's a great 6 man. I can't wait to see what he does with Team USA. He wants a Knick, always a Knick too. He's talented, but I'm going to plug him. That's 14. Jalen Williams, another young guy, all these guys, very talented guy, but I can't put him over RJ. I'm plucking him. So that's 15 plucks. Anfernee Simons, we'll keep Anfernee Simons. I think that he's gonna, especially after they trade Lillard. I'm curious to see how he and Scooter Henderson will look, but I'm gonna keep Anfernee Simons because I think he's I'm a bumper. He's plucked 16. I feel like RJ has more upside and has done more thus far, so I'm gonna pluck him. Bogdanovic. This guy plays for Detroit. I'm not even sure if he's a starter for Detroit. Detroit is so bad, I can't even remember what he's done. I'm plucking him. All right, so 17 plucks. Steven Adams, plucking him only because I like Steven Adams. I think he and Mitch are the best two offensive rebounders in basketball, but he didn't have a healthy year, and he really hasn't done much in his career, so I'm plucking him. So that's what we had 18 plucks. Marcus Smart. I'm gonna keep Marcus Smart, former defensive player of the year, very talented. I think that Boston made a mistake trading him. That's good because that's our rivals. But he's a really good player. Herb Jones, plucking him, 19 plucks. Herb, he's a talented young guy. Lakers, Jared Vanderbilt, plucking him. I can't do it. Sorry. So we had 18, 19 plucks. Sorry if my numbers is off because this is hard because I'm explaining it. Well, I'm not keeping count. I'm doing this in the head. So if I'm off by a couple of numbers, we got about 18, 19 plucks. Kevin Huerter, same thing. Kevin Huerter, stop it. Kevin Huerter over RJ, stop it. I'm not even going to explain that. You guys are tripping, right? So 19 plucks. All right, so let's keep it going. Al Horford, definite pluck. Bro, stop it. Al Horford, stop it. Stop it. Malcolm Brogdon, stop it. Okay, yeah, he's the sixth man of the year. Okay, whoop-de-doo. So what? RJ's a starter, so he'll never be sixth man. This guy coming off the bench, let's see what he does next year. I think he probably might be the starter. I don't know. I don't really care about what Boston does. Screw Boston. But I'm plucking both those guys. We had 20 plucks. Jacob Portel. I think Jacob Portal is nice for what he does, but he hasn't done much, and he hasn't been the top of nothing. So I don't understand how you could rate him higher than RJ. He might have been a durable player. I haven't really kept up with Porter. I know he was traded to Toronto mid-season, but I mean, I'm going based off of just what I know about basketball. And if I had to do a ranking, I'm not putting Portal over RJ Barrett. So we got 21 plucks. Lou Dort. I'll keep Lou Dort because I like Lou Dort. I think Lou Dort is a throwback player who is a really good defender. I like Lou Dort. We're going to keep Lou Dort. I'll keep Keldon Johnson because I think he had a really good year. I think this was his first time averaging 20 a game. He was the best player on the Spurs, their most consistent player. I'll keep Keldon Johnson, though I do think RJ has greater upside. And I believe in RJ Barrett. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Knicks fan. I think that he's a really good hooper. Josh Hart, I'm going to keep him only because he's a Knick. I'm going to keep him because he's a Knick. I know he comes off the bench for Barrett, but I'm going to keep Hart because he's a Knick. Kessler, I like Kessler, but I'm going to pluck him. 22 plucks. Pope, pluck. Brown, pluck. No vote. Brown. Brown was really amazing, but he wasn't even running for sixth man. If I had to go through, if I'm using the whole year and just career, really, if I'm weighing the year and the career, Bruce Brown is just getting started. RJ has already had 2 20-point seasons under his belt. Will Brown be that 20-point scorer for where he went? Indiana? I don't know if he'll continue that. So I'm plugging him. So we got about 22, 23 plugs. So I didn't look at the top 50, right? I only looked at or the top 60. I only saw from 61 to 100, and I already got about 22 plugs, okay? So we plucked 22 players from this list. Shout out to the basketball universe. Appreciate them for putting together this list, but I think that RJ Barrett has done things in his career that many players wish they could accomplish. I mean, RJ Barrett's name is amongst greats. When you think about this, he's in categories like this. He's with LeBron, Kobe, Melo, Giannis, Durant, Luka, and Tracy. As the only NBA players, check this out, with 4,900 plus points, 1,400 plus rebounds, and 750 plus assists before turning 23 years old. That right there, he's in the class where it's like, and there's more, it's a couple of stats like this I can go through, but RJ is the truth, okay? And it just is going to take him a little bit more time. Everybody has their trajectory. So with that being said, definitely take the time to, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. Also check out the Objective Knicks fans Facebook group. And then you can also go to the shop. We got merch. Shop.theobjectiveknicksfan.com. Multiple ways you can stay tuned, right? Stay plugged in. And hey, if you want to send a Cash App too, we also accept that. Cash App, the Objective Knicks. The Cash App, the Objective Fan. So with that being said, until next time, let's go Knicks! Check out the brand new, hottest Knicks fan store on the net. Shop.theobjectiveknicksfan.com. And we got the brand new I Bleed orange and blue t-shirts. We got them in white. We got them in black. Shop now on the website to get yours t-shirt now. We have them in all sizes. We have them from small to 3X. We also got the hate disseminated by naysayers and how mad it inspires players to push forward. Rep your team this offseason with style and pride. And you can get your shirts now. We will be launching a 10% discount. So get yours now, exclusively on shop.theobjectiveknicksfan.com.